What's up, everybody? Tony here, and yeah, we have Savage He-Man from Revelation, Masters of the Universe here. This is a figure that I definitely don't want. It comes with the Orko, and it was kind of the way I wanted to, that was the reason why I wanted to pick it up. These are the He-Mans that I have in my collection so far, which is the 40th anniversary, which I think they may be using this as like the vintage He-Man, because they didn't release a vintage He-Man in the Masterverse vintage line, so I'm thinking they might be going with this as the He-Man, because they have a Zodak, a Faker, and a Skeletor, so maybe they're using this as the He-Man in that line, because it does, the box does look a lot like the vintage Masterverse line box, so thinking they might be using this as the vintage He-Man. And when we have the Revelation He-Man back there, that his face looks a lot like this one, except for the hair on this Savage He-Man's longer. And then we have the one I like to refer to as the Triple H. It kind of looks like Triple H a little bit. It's the Battle Armor, New Eternia, Masterverse He-Man there. And then the Orkos I have over here is the cartoon Orko and that Revolution Orko. And they would be my favorites over this one. But I do like this one. It's different. It's unique. And that was the main reason why I wanted to pick up this set here. But this has been out for several years, and I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about it. I do like this He-Man, but I wish they would have made him like they did on the back of the box, as we see back here. I mean, he looks much better, and as we have noticed with these figures, a lot of the times, like the Sorceress and some of the others, they do look a lot better on the box than they do the actual figure. But now, like the New Eternia Evil Lynn, they made her really well, and she resembled the box a lot more. Just looked a lot better. And with this new line, this Cobra Khan and this Tila and Hordak, they look really good. And it looks like the line is really, really taken off to look just really good. All right, so we got this Savage He-Man. Let's have a look again at the front. This guy here. See if I can get that. There we go. And, you know, and I've noticed, I've seen a couple of videos on this guy, and every one of the mud wash is what I guess I'll call it, a mud wash or whatever, how they have him looking real dirty. And see that line going across my chest here on this particular figure is real dirty. And you see over here how smudged up and all that mud wash on his arm, down here on his abdomen, and over here on his arm, and we'll have a look at his back when we get him out. But down here on the legs, as you see, he looks like he just crawled up out of a mud pit. And he's Savage He-Man. I wish they would have done something different with the head sculpt, but, you know, yeah, it was early in the line. And, but, I mean, I think he looks pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, or I wouldn't have bought it. I only paid like, I think it was $16.75 or something like that for this figure. So $17 for this set. And I figured it was worth doing a video on. The Orko, have a look at him. It looks pretty cool. I like the eyes. And the weapons that come with this guy. That spear looks really cool. The axe looks really cool. Looks really good. I like the axe better than any of it. And that sword looks really, really cool. And it looks a lot better than the sword that comes with the 40th anniversary He-Man, or the axe that comes with the New Eternia Battle Armor He-Man. The sword here with the Revelation He-Man looks I'll say as good, maybe identical. I'm not really sure. It does have some similarities going on there with these two swords of the Revelation He-Man and the Savage He-Man. But another look at the Orko. Looks really cool. just different. I mean, it looks cool. I don't have any issues with the way they did the aesthetics of the figures are cool. I just wasn't a big fan at all of the Revelation series on Netflix. It was terrible. It was terrible. And I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. But the Orko, let's flip it over here and check out this box art here. We'll check the side out first. Here we have some art of He-Man there. Savage He-Man and Orko. And down here, another, some more art of He-Man there. Right there. Orko. Up here, He-Man. Back here, this picture of him looks awesome. Looks really cool. Down here, you have Savage He-Man, Fisto, Adora, Andra, I'm sorry, what am I talking about? Triclops, Faker, Scareglow, and Stinkor. But yeah, really cool, really cool, really cool. So let's check out this blurb bio we have going on here. Savage He-Man, the most powerful primate in the universe. For years, it was assumed that Prince Adam could only call upon the power of Grayskull using the Sword of Power. But what happens if he did not raise aloft his magic sword and still said by the power of Grayskull? The answer, Savage He-Man, a combination of primal rage and all his power in the universe. He-Man tears through Eternia in an uncontrolled rampage, leaving his friends hoping that Adam is still in there somewhere. Hoping he's still in there somewhere. You know, we're hoping so. Because we don't want this. We're hoping that Adam's in there somewhere. Well, let's go ahead and waste no more time. Let's go ahead and get this guy out and check him out, and I'll be right back. Well, I am back with this Savage He-Man out of box. I really think he looks cool, but he's definitely not going to be my favorite He-Man in this Masterverse line, obviously, and sure he's not anyone's favorite, but he is pretty cool. As mentioned early in the line, you get what you get and be happy with it or don't collect it, is the way I see it. And I figured he was a good addition to the collection, so we have him now, and they're not asking a lot of money for this one, but the Orko is the whole reason I wanted to get him. But let's have a look at the weapons first. So he come with this spear. Let me hit this light right here where we can get a little better look here. So the spear is a really nice weapon. I like that. This spear looks really cool. I really like that. And the axe here that came with this Savage He-Man, it looks really cool too. All the damage going on in it, it looks really cool. So, really loving this axe. And the sword as well. I love it. It looks really good. So, a look at the power sword that comes with this Savage He-Man. It looks really cool. And he also came with 2 gripping hands here that we're going to, and they look real dirty. Hence him being Savage He-Man, just going through the jungle, getting dirty. We know how that goes. But yeah, the gripping hands there. And let's go ahead and change those right now. I have him on a stand, but we're going to remove him from his stand. And his hands. Okay, so let's check out this He-Man. All right, so as you see, look how dirty he looks. All up on his collarbone there, his upper diaphragm area. Look at this right here. How dirty. It looks really dirty. And I really like what they did with that wash. And his arms. I mean, and mine looks really dirty compared to some of the videos I've seen. I mean, look at that. The mud wash really pronounced on this particular He-Man. Down on his shin bone there, his toenails look really, really dirty. I mean, you know, you got to have dirty toenails, too, if you're Savage He-Man. He's got some big mud splotches going on right there on the back of his leg, right here. On the side of his thigh there is pretty dirty. His hands look really grimy as well. His back looks cleaner but dirty. But his hair overall looks really clean. So I mean, he's got some pretty clean blonde hair. You know, sorry I hit the cam there. But the head sculpt, you know, I believe I'm in the boat with everyone on this. It's just it's really odd head sculpt. I wish they would have went with the one on the back of the box, but hey, I'll take it. You know, no complaints here. It's pretty cool for what it is. It's a pretty cool He-Man, and we have Savage He-Man here. So let's remove these hands. That's what I was wanting to show you. I mean, just look how huge these hands are. I mean, they're massive. All right, let's remove them and give him some gripping hands. That way he can hold. His weapons here. Okay, so let's do that. And we have his right hand in. Let's go ahead and give him his left hand. Okay. Let's do that. It's a little, that peg's a little loose. It's going to be tricky to get this one in. So I'll have to do that off cam. Man, I had to fight to get this one in there. Yeah, sure did. But it is in. And so now he can be a tad bit more savage with his weapons. So we'll go ahead and throw over here in his left hand this axe. Or try to do that. Maybe we can slide it down. Some of these figures, it's best. It's almost impossible to get the axe in. I mean, his hands are definitely, yeah, man. I mean, this is crazy. Come on, get it. There we go. There we go. So, all right. So we have his axe in. His arms all deformed looking now, but we'll fix that. We're not going to go over any articulation. However, he does have the double jointed elbows. He has the double jointed knees. I'll go over that. See, he's got a really good movement there with the double jointed knees. And he don't have the drop down hips. Absolutely not. They didn't come out with that until New Attorney, if not mistaken. But yeah, I said I wasn't going to go over the articulation. That's exactly what I'm doing. But anyway, we're not going to go over any more of it. This axe looks really, really cool. I like it. And his head just kind of leans down too much for me. So you got to really pop his, he's got a pretty decent crunch going on, so you can kind of kick it back a little bit. But yeah, it's still, the hair hinders the movement of his head as it is with a lot of the figures. Mostly the females. So this He-Man, now he can stand up by himself without a stand, but it looks kind of crazy looking. We'll have a look at this Orko in just a sec, because I'm already done looking at He-Man. This spear is like, I don't know, man. It is massive. This thing is a foot long. Not really, but it's big. As you see, this spear, it looks really, really nice. I'm really digging the spear, the aesthetics of this spear. It looks really realistic. It looks like some stone has been carved here. Arrowhead type tip on it. Looks really cool. Really, really cool. Let's have a look close up of that. Yeah, that looks nice. I really like the sculpt of that spear. And we can have a look here again. The power sword here. That looks nice. All right, so let's have a look. Let's put He-Man. We're done talking about He-Man, okay? So forgive me. I don't want to talk about him anymore. He's okay, though. Don't get me wrong. Definitely not my favorite He-Man, but he's all right. And this is not going to be my favorite Orko, but he's all right. All right, so the Orko, here we go now. I really like the Orko, and the head on mine is really good and tight, unlike some that I have seen. It's loose. Now, this one's pretty tight so far. I don't know how long that'll last, but they just go on the shelf, and I'm done with them. And they're displayed that way. But I'm about to get a tub and put all of them in Ziploc bags and put them up because they are taking over this room, and I'm just going to put them up. So, but yeah, we have the Orko here, looks really good, and we have the cartoon Orko over here. This is definitely probably, I'm going to say, my favorite Orko because he looks more cartoon accurate, what I grew up with in the 80s. And this Revolution Orko, I mean, there's not a single thing in the world wrong with it. I love the display, the orb stand. I never did a video on this Orko and Gwildor, and I just didn't. I forgot. When I got it, I opened it up and didn't ever do a video on it. But yeah, here's the Orko that I have. And the only thing that I don't like about it is it's supposed to have gold on the side trim of this tail of his... yeah, it's supposed to have gold on each side going all the way down, and it don't. So they left out the gold there, but you can paint it if you want to customize it. But yeah, this Orko's really nice. So he would come in as my second favorite Orko. And this cartoon one is my first favorite. It is definitely my favorite. And this one here is going to be last, but he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. Looks like he's struggling a little bit. He just needs a hand, needs a helping hand. That's what he needs. Needs somebody to extend a little help to him. Yep, pretty cool Orko. But that is going to conclude this video on these figures. If you haven't seen my last video, it was Fangor, Mattel exclusive Origins Fangor. If you want to just go into the description here of this video, and you'll see a link to, and it'll say my MOTU vids, and it's all the videos I've done so far on these action figures, and check them out. I mean, check them out if you want to. I really appreciate it, and I think I'm like 3 subscribers away from that 900 mark, so that means a lot to me, y'all. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me. Like, subscribe while you're here, and I appreciate everything you do, and until the next one, I'll see you. Y'all have a good day.